Before we begin today's video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell, and change it to all settings. Hello YouTube, I'm Sean with the Family Outdoors. Today we're answering a bit of a question that was asked here on one of our Twitter posts, and that is how to get a longer burn time out of your Kelly kettle. Stick around, I'll show you how. Alright, so when we're talking about longer burn time, we want to go with a bigger fuel. Today we're going to go over a Swedish torch style method. So basically I went and I cut this piece of wood. You can see it's nice and dry. It's got a split in it. And just in reference to the bottom of the Kelly kettle burn plate, you can see it's just slightly smaller. So what we're going to do is just split this in half. So I'll just take my knife, put it on top, grab another little stick and give it a little tap. Now that we've got that done, we're just going to set our two pieces in here, and they're going to be open like this, slightly towards the air gaps. Now, in that gap, I'm just going to fill it with birch bark and small twigs. Trying to get this lit as soon as possible because there's a lot of mosquitoes out and they're already driving me crazy. So basically stuff this full like this. Bunch of small dry spruce twigs. Now this should be plenty to get an initial burn started. And then we will add bigger fuel in through the top till we get these lit good. And there's no worry that we know they're going to burn well. So one thing I like to do with my Kelly kettle is while I'm cooking, if at all I need to boil water, I do that first because it just helps everything get burning really good. So I will take this and slide it on over top, like so. There's a little bit of birch bark sticking out the side. I'll give that a bit of a light. And now, like I said, we'll just put bigger fuel in from the top. So right now, it is 19 after 2. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just so that, you know, we got a reference of how long this burns. So now it's 2:24. Our water is boiling in the Kelly kettle itself. You can hear it boiling, you can see it jumping. So if a guy wanted to, you could be cooking right off the get-go if you have like this little top plate adapter that's just got a couple slots in it. You slide one over the other like so, and then you set it in the top here like this. Put your pot right on top. You could be cooking right to begin with. Oop, now it's starting to jump too much, so we're going to remove this off of here. And just set that aside for now. So you can see that we are burning nicely with our Swedish torch method. And before I put the hobo stove on, and we will just let the clock run up, I just want to show you it's got good coals and stuff there. And all I do to assist it is just slide a couple sticks in from the front like this and just leave it burn. You can see it's got a nice burn. The coals are setting good on these pieces. As those go down, I will bring these together and it'll just create good heat. And this is nice heat for cooking. It's not super hot where you burn all your stuff. It's just a nice heat. It's a nice even steady heat. So that's it. And again, if you want to increase your heat a little bit, you're probably not going to want to, but if you do, just throw some smaller sticks in there just to excite the coals a little bit more. And always keep your little bottom sticks here. Make sure that as they burn down, you push them in. But it will take them time to get there, because the idea of this is you want to slow down your heat, but do it for longer, so you get a longer burn time out of it, but you're at the same time you're not going to burn the heck out of all your food. So now the coals are good and excited. We're going to just sit here and leave it burn away. I will continue to push these in, and yeah, we'll just see how long it burns for. It's now, I hope you guys can see that, 2:34, which means we're 15 minutes into our burn time from when we lit it. And you guys can see it's burning away very well. I've got tons of time left on this burn. I just, you know, keep periodically poking these sticks ahead as they burn down. If I want to increase the volume of flame, I just keep poking these ahead and just letting it burn. But you can see it's a lot more user friendly than using just the little sticks. As you can, sorry, I just want to get this fire contained here a little bit. I don't want the hot ashes to try to run away on me. But as you can see, it's a lot easier, a lot more maintenance friendly than just keep throwing sticks in there over and over and over. I'm just going to leave the camera sit here and, I don't know, look at it for a bit, I guess. But there's not really much to see. I mean, this is it. What you see is what you got. It's fire burning in the Kettle hobo stove. And this is by far the most maintenance-friendly technique that I found to do it, and by far the best that I have found for cooking, because it's not just a searing heat. It's a nice, low, constant heat that you're not just burning everything you're trying to cook. And it will burn for a long time. And it's hard to tell from the video, but it is... there's good heat coming off of that. Like they're red hot. The pieces that we use for our Swedish torch are absolutely red hot. They're basically two lumps of great big coal that are just sitting in there putting out a nice even constant heat. And yeah, Yeah, so I'll come back to you guys now when this is pretty well at the end of its life cycle. We'll look at the time and yeah, see how long it burned for. You one good close up here. You can see it burns real nice. Nice heat coming off that. So now at this time, it's 2:43, and you can see my two long sticks have pretty well completely burnt up now. If you, sorry about that, microphone kind of fell off. If you look down from the top here, you can see it is just literally a plate of red hot coals in there, and that's exactly what you want to cook on. There still is, it might be hard to pick up with the camera, but there still is an amount of flame and stuff coming off of there, but it's not raging, you know what I mean? So it's just putting off a nice, good, even, constant heat. So at this point I can, if I want to keep going with my heat and stuff, I can add 2 new fresh sticks, and I want to keep poking them quite a ways ahead, because that's what's adding the little coal bed there in between the two pieces of the Swedish torch. So we have just hit, I don't know if you can see that, 250, which means this has been burning like this now for half an hour, and all we've done is had the 2 sticks that we've just kept pushing in as they've been burning up from the front, and we changed those sticks out 3 times. So just to give you an idea of how labor intensive or whatever it might be as compared to just using a bunch of little sticks. And now, just to demonstrate how hot this really is, I'm going to just throw a bunch of little wee branches and sticks and stuff in here to show you how quickly it just right excites, because it's such hot coals. And I think everybody can consider it a success at this point to have half an hour burn time on a biomass stove with very minimal effort once lighting it. I mean, pushing a couple sticks ahead periodically is not a big deal at all. Not compared to doing this constantly, which sometimes you can run into with the Kettle tracker. It's if the wind conditions are favorable and they're going in there decently, it can eat a lot of fuel. So I'm just gonna put these little sticks in here like this, and then we're gonna get this thing just putting out some good heat. There's a lot of heat stored up down in the coals when you use this Swedish torch type method. It burns very hot. It is literally 2 big blocks of coal sitting in there. All right, well, I hope this cleared a few things up for you in terms of the Kettle Trekker and how to increase your burn time with it. This is by far the most effective method that I've found, and by far the best method too. Like, I mean, it's a good consistent heat, which is what you want. You don't want you know, super blazing hot, then all of a sudden it's out, then you're trying to ram a bunch of sticks in there, then it's super hot again, then it's out. You want to have a nice, even, consistent heat, and that's what you get out of this burn method. And for those of you that use the little grate top, I personally don't, but for those of you who do, cook your steak on there. Do the Swedish torch method, let it burn in good, get it really hot, then quit putting sticks on there, throw your steak on there. You'll absolutely love it. Best way to do your steak like this. I've done it with my Expedition Research grill a lot, but the grill that's actually made for the Kettle works exactly the same. You will not regret it. So that's going to conclude this video. You can see there is still plenty of these sticks left, and we burned for well over half an hour, so it's definitely a plus in my books. I consider it a success when we talk about increasing our burn time to use this method. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell, change it to all settings, and we'll see you in the next video.